So I don't think Marvel's Avengers footage looks like trash, but I think it does look unpolished, which it's a year away, so that makes sense, right? So by now you've heard about a lot of negative thoughts on this game, and in this video you're going to hear some negative thoughts, but you're also going to hear some positives. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly in Marvel Avengers leaked footage. So first off, let's talk about the gameplay, the thing that a lot of people want to see from this game. And if you want to see the full leaked gameplay for Marvel's Avengers leaked footage, just go in the search bar and type in Marvel Avengers leaked footage, and it should be the first one that pops up. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be putting leaked footage in this video, and I don't want to get in trouble. I've watched the whole 13-minute gameplay, and the huge problem that sticks out to me is the on-rails experience I'm seeing in this gameplay. So with Hulk, you're running through the broken bridge and you can see a clear path that the game wants you to take. Unlike say Spider-Man PS4, when you're injected with the hallucinogenics by Scorpion, you're able to swing in different areas and go through different routes to get to your location. The same with Black Widow. So what happens with Black Widow is Taskmaster is responsible for this destruction in the city, and when he arrives on scene, he has a jetpack. He escapes with this jetpack and Black Widow chases after him, going from different platform to platform, and again has a on-rails experience. And it seems like the game really wants to go in one direction, not giving you options. Now as for Black Widow and the other Avengers, I think their attack animations were great for the most part. Again, they look unpolished. There seems to be this lock-on mechanic or stiff movement in the gameplay too, which I have a big problem with. With the game going for such a realistic aesthetic, it kind of breaks the immersion that the gameplay is trying to set up. You see this with Captain America gameplay and Black Widow gameplay too. As for Iron Man, I think the gameplay for him looks solid. His flying looks pretty close to Anthem's flying, which is what a lot of people wanted, me included. The way he uses repulsors were also fantastic. I love his attacks. He reminds me a lot of Robert Downey Jr. in the MCU, of how he attacks people with his weapons. So overall, I think the gameplay looks unpolished. I don't think it looks bad. Sure, there are some choices that aren't going to be changed in the final product that I don't really like, but overall, I think it looks decent for a game that's a year away. Now let's talk about the character models. For the past couple of days, there have been people complaining that the Avengers in Marvel's Avengers doesn't have the MCU look. On the other side of the coin, you have people that say it doesn't have to have the MCU look, and I don't think it does have to have the MCU look, but I do think some of the characters and character models and the outfits that they're using for the Avengers do look less than stellar. For instance, Black Widow's face looks like a man's face. She looks like a man with a wig, and if you don't believe me, look at this picture compared to these two characters. Thor's outfit. Now, it's not as bad as people are saying in my opinion. If you look at a lot of Thor pictures from the comics, from the MCUs, from the games, from pretty much anything that Thor is in, these round plates that people are complaining on has been on his costume for a very long time, even in the MCU himself. We also have to remember that these will be customizable, so these won't be the costumes that we will most likely be playing with. We're probably going to change it throughout our gameplay in this game. I would not be surprised if they have the MCU Avengers outfits for paid content. Now I do think the character animations, except for Hulk and Iron Man, need a lot of polish. Sure, those two do need some polish, but the other ones need even more polish. Watching the leaked gameplay, it feels like there are missing animations. They don't move smoothly throughout these cutscenes, and like I said earlier, in the actual gameplay. Now I want to address the people that are saying that there's no gameplay in that trailer that they showed at E3. Me too, I was complaining when I first saw that there was no gameplay. Whenever the trailer would switch to third person, that was gameplay. So that's just a longer version that you're seeing in this leaked gameplay that you saw at E3, a longer version of that trailer. And I think that's where lies the problem. You can't tell what's gameplay and what's cutscenes. You want to use these abilities. You want to use Thor's lightning, Thor's hammer. You want to throw the shield from Captain America. You want to feel like these characters. And I feel that a lot of times when I see this gameplay and the leaked footage and these snippets in the trailer, I feel like it's just predetermined cutscenes. I think if I feel like all the attacks that I'm doing in this game feel like predetermined cutscenes and you're just pressing one button for one ability and that's it, I feel like I wouldn't have fun in this game. Now that is just my opinion, that's just what I think. Now speaking of cutscenes, the leaked gameplay does have Qte Scenes, and I don't think this will be a problem. I think if they sprinkle it throughout the story mode, I think it won't be a problem, just like how in Spider-Man PS4 it wasn't a problem. I think overall this game just looks unpolished, which it's a year out, so it's not surprising. The character models don't look good in my opinion, especially Black Widow, which the devs have stated that they won't be changing that, but I think they should reconsider that because the Black Widow character just looks like a man in a wig. But as for the combat and the gameplay, the stiff movements during the gameplay, all of this can be fixed over time, which it's a year out, so they have a year to polish up this gameplay. Now the question is, what do you think about the gameplay? This is just my opinion, maybe yours is different. Let's debate about it down below, and don't forget to subscribe for more gaming news. Have a good one.